Good morning, Cullman. Thank you for joining us on Cullman Today. I'm your host, Annabelle Howes, filling in for Christine Wiggins, and today is Monday, May 19th. Coming up on Cullman Today, a major show of support for Curt's Closet, a moving tribute in Hanceville, and longtime council member Johnny Cook makes re-election bid. All of this plus sports, weather, and more. Now let's take a closer look at the top stories happening in Cullman today. First up, Cullman City Council President Pro Tem Johnny Cook is officially seeking re-election. Cook currently holds place 3 on the council and also chairs the Public Works Committee. He's been a fixture in Cullman city government since first taking office in 2008 and says he's proud of the city's progress during what he describes as a periodic historic growth. Cook points to several key accomplishments, including collaborating with Cullman County Commission to purchase the landfill, a move he says secures local waste disposal for nearly the next 100 years, and helping secure a $14 million grant for the widening of Highway 157. He's also worked to advance projects on Highway 278 and the St. Bernard Bridge and played a key role in modernizing the city garage. Plans for the future not only include the widening of Highway 278, but also partnering with the Cullman County Commission to complete a new landfill-scale house and a large paving schedule throughout the city. A deacon at Christ Covenant Presbyterian Church and mission team leader, Cook says serving the community has been one of the greatest blessings of his life. He and his wife Dawn have 3 children and 8 grandchildren. Cullman's municipal elections take place on August 26th. Up next, a record-breaking moment of generosity for a local nonprofit that continues to change lives. Curt's Closet announced Friday that its annual fundraiser, Clothed in Cullman, brought in a stunning $92,000 this year, one of its most successful events to date. The fundraiser, held May 8th, supports the organization's year-round mission to provide clothing, shoes, and essentials to children in need. Curt's Closet was founded by Ashley Wilson in memory of her son, Curt, who was tragically killed by a drunk driver in 2017. Wilson started the nonprofit in her home shortly after his passing, hoping to honor his legacy through service. Since then, it's grown into one of the region's most impactful charities. The fundraiser also kicks off Curt's Closet's Bless Your Soul campaign with a goal of raising $25,000 to send children back to school with brand new shoes. Last year, the group provided over 1,300 pairs of shoes along with socks, undergarments, and school clothing. Today, Curt's Closet operates from a large facility on 3rd Avenue Southeast with 2 warehouses to meet the growing need. The organization continues to serve children and families referred by schools, local agencies, and emergency service, always at no cost. Wilson thanked the community for its overwhelming support, and she said she was blown away by the generosity shown by the community. Volunteers are always needed, whether it's for sorting donations, helping at events, or just pitching in with everyday operations. To get involved or donate, see the information on the screen or stop by their location at 1101 3rd Avenue Southeast in Cullman. And to finish up our top stories, Friday marked a heartfelt moment for the Hanceville High School band community as friends, family, and students gathered to honor the late Rodney Buckelew by dedicating the school's band practice field in his name. Buckelew, who passed away in a car accident last November, was a tireless supporter of the program, serving as president of the Band Booster Club and going above and beyond in every way possible. Whether it was pulling trailers, mowing the field, lighting fire batons, or even stepping in as band director for a game, Buckelew was always there. Hanceville band director Jesse James called him the cornerstone of the program, saying Buckelew's belief in the band, the students, and the entire community was unmatched. The newly renamed Rodney Buckelew practice field now stands as a permanent reminder of his dedication, energy, and love for the students he served. James says it will not only be a space for rehearsal, but for building relationships and remembering the impact one person can have through kindness, hard work, and unwavering support. Those are the top stories happening in Cullman today. Coming up, Auburn's big rally on the Diamond sets the tone for the SEC tournament. Sports is next.
I'm Lieutenant Chad Whaley with the Cullman County Sheriff's Office, and it's my pleasure to announce 2 upcoming firearm familiarization classes that we'll be hosting for the general public. With springtime here and summer quickly approaching, we know just how valuable everybody's time is. Because of that, we've decided to offer 2 trainings. The first will take place on May 20th The second will be the following Thursday on May 29th. Both classes will take place from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. at our shooting range, which is located off of County Road 122. The spots will be limited, so we do ask that you register. In order to register, you can simply email me at cwhaley@colemansheriff.org. You will receive one-on-one instruction from our deputies and firearms instructors that will teach you how to safely and effectively use and care for your firearms. From the Cullman County Sheriff's Office, we just want to say thank you for continuing to make Cullman County special, and we look forward to seeing you there.
Welcome back. Let's lead off today's sports segment with a look at some of the latest from college baseball news. The second-ranked Auburn Tigers scored 10 unanswered runs in the final 4 innings to defeat Ole Miss 13-8 in their series finale Saturday afternoon at Swayze Field. With the win, Auburn secures the 6th seed in next week's SEC tournament and will play the winner of Mississippi State and Texas A&M in the late game Wednesday night at the Hoover Met. Trailing 5-3 with runners on the corners and nobody out in the bottom of the 5th inning, Auburn's Ryan Hetzler took the mound in relief, and the sophomore right-hander went the rest of the way to secure the win. The Rebels led 8-3 going into the top of the 6th inning, but the Tigers plated 5 runs in the frame to tie the game at 8. Auburn tacked on 2 more runs in the top of the 7th to take a 2-run lead. The score stayed at 10-8 until the 9th, when Chris Rembert doubled. Eric Guevara was hit by a pitch, and Ike Irish walked to load the bases. Cooper McMurray was hit by a pitch, and another run scored on a double play. Irish then capped off the scoring with a run on a wild pitch, wrapping up a 13-8 win for the Tigers. All 9 players in the lineup recorded at least 1 hit while 6 drove in a run. The 5-run comeback tied the series finale against Vanderbilt for the largest of the season. Auburn head coach Thompson said his team was resilient as could be during the game, and Saturday's win was a big one for the program. And that wraps up sports for today. After the break, kids plant periwinkles in Fairview, a Cullman native shines in statewide service, and nearly 850 sixth graders dig into science at Sportsman's Lake. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Now it's time to speed things up with a news rundown. 4 stories in under 4 minutes. In honor of Little Free Library Week, young readers and gardeners gathered in Fairview for a creative afternoon at Randall Shedd Community Park. The event, called We Are the Gardeners, was hosted on Thursday and inspired by the children's book of the same name by Joanna Gaines. Stephanie Sprouse, who stewards the Little Free Library at the park, received a grant to help fund the activity, using it to buy supplies for the kids and get hands-on with nature. Students from the Awakening Wonder homeschool group took part, each receiving a terracotta pot, saucer, and a periwinkle to plant, along with bookmarks, stickers, and free books to take home. The event aimed to promote reading, gardening, and community engagement, all wrapped into one fun and educational day. To learn more about the Little Free Library program, visit littlefreelibrary.org. A Cullman native is making a difference for Alabama's deaf and hard of hearing community, one conversation at a time. Hannah Dempster, a sign language interpreter with the Alabama Department of Rehabilitation Services, recently joined the team and is already earning high praise. Dempster says her interest in American Sign Language started with a family connection, a deaf cousin, and it eventually grew into a calling. After beginning her education at Wallace State and finishing as a double major at Troy University, she interned with ADRS in 2024. Her skill and passion for the work left a lasting impression. When a full-time position opened earlier this year, she jumped at the opportunity. Dempster is now based in Montgomery and helps cover 23 counties across South Alabama. She says what she enjoys most is its variety, and she loves being part of a team that supports both each other and the people that they serve. ADRS leaders say her commitment and talent were clear from the start, and her addition is a big win for the department that plays a vital role in helping Alabamians communicate, learn, and work without barriers. For 30 years now, 6th graders across Cullman County have stepped outside the classroom to connect with nature, and this year's Fawn Field Days continued that tradition. Fawn stands for Forestry Awareness Week now, and this year's event was held May 6th and 8th at Sportsman's Lake Park. Nearly 850 students attended across 2 days, coming from schools throughout the county, including East and West Elementary, Good Hope, Vinemont, Holly Pond, and more. Organized by the Cullman County Natural Resources Planning Committee, Fawn is designed to teach students about local natural resources through hands-on activities. Kids rotated through stations that covered everything from animal pelts and tree identification to water quality and the many products made from wood. The goal? To reinforce classroom science lessons in a real-world setting, and hopefully spark a lasting appreciation for the outdoors. Cullman County Extension Director Dr. Kira Sims says that the program has helped connect the dots between what students read in textbooks and what they experience firsthand. Fawn continues to grow thanks to the support of local sponsors, agencies, and volunteers. And after 3 decades, it remains a living classroom where students learn to care for the natural world just outside their own back doors. East Elementary School celebrated growth, both in the garden and in the classroom, during a special outdoor classroom recognition and appreciation ceremony held last week. On May 16th, 3rd grade students and staff and city leaders gathered to highlight the recent upgrades to the school's outdoor learning space. Students shared what they love most about the garden, showing just how much hands-on learning is taking root. The City of Cullman recognized the work of sponsor Leanna Smith, along with the many volunteers and students who help keep the space thriving. From science lessons to appreciation for nature, the outdoor classroom continues to grow into one of the school's most valuable tools for learning outside the traditional walls. And that's your 4 stories in under 4 minutes. Now for a quick break before we look at the weather ahead and pay our respects with obituaries. I'll be right back after this quick message. Let's take a moment to pause and pay our respects to those who lost their lives this week as we turn to obituaries. Margaret Vickers Weathers, 81, passed away peacefully surrounded by loved ones. No services are scheduled at this time. Karen McLaughlin, formerly of Cullman, passed away on Tuesday, May 13th. Graveside service will be Wednesday, May 21st at noon at Mount Zion Cemetery in Vinemont. Our thoughts and prayers go out to their friends and families. Now let's take a look at your weather forecast. Today will start off mostly cloudy but gradually clear up as we head into the afternoon. Expect highs around 87 with a light breeze out of the south-southwest. Tonight, skies turn mostly cloudy again with lows near 70. Looking ahead to Tuesday. It'll be mostly sunny for most of the day, but rain chances increase by this afternoon. Showers and possible thunderstorms are likely between 1 and 4 p.m., with more rain expected after that. Highs will stay warm near 87. Tuesday night brings our highest rain chances with widespread showers and storms likely throughout the evening and overnight hours. Lows will dip to around 65 and rain chances sit at 80%. That wraps up today's edition of Cullman Today. Thank you for sharing your morning with us, and remember to stay connected by following us on social media and visiting CullmanTribune.com for the latest from our community. We'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m. I'm Annabelle House with Cullman Today. Have a great day, Cullman.